When I first came to Liverpool, I knew it was the city of Beatles. I walked on the Albert Dock with my father and my agent at that moment, just to know a little bit more about the city. I remember Liverpool didn't have Liverpool One, nothing. I was a little bit worried about that because I thought, where will I go for shopping or have a walk around? I came to visit Melwood and meet Rafa. I came for only a couple of days, so it was a very short trip. It was enough to know that I wanted the move.
I remember this kid turning up with long hair, and he wasn't a big lad, you know, he was quite thin, very polite, very respectful. He looked nervous and excited, as you can imagine. It's a massive, huge decision to make, so straight away you sort of have that respect for him.
I remember Stevie coming to me and speaking a few words, just saying that if I needed anything, you know, I could speak to him, and that I was coming to a very big club. Cara, the way he is, you know, he's tried to be joking all the time, but unfortunately I couldn't understand.
Watching him training, you could see that he was someone that will be improving every day, because he's someone that he listens to you and then he tries, and also he has players, Stevie or players Alonso, Mascherano, with experience around that he could learn, he could take something from them, so we were sure that he will be doing well.
I left Brazil as a young player, played many games for the first team, played for the national team when I was 19. And when I arrived in Liverpool, you know, I thought I'd probably arrive and have a, not chances straight away, but be more involved, I would say. My first game was against Middlesbrough for the reserve. And I thought, oh, I wasn't expecting that. Of course, when you're young as well, you don't understand much why you're doing this. On that moment, I just felt, this is not for me, you know, I shouldn't, why did I come? You know, it gives you a lot of doubts.
Everyone knows him in Brazil, so he was on the top. And then we came here, no one knew about him. It was completely different. He needed to start like from zero.
And here comes the new Brazilian, Lucas Leiva.
I was really excited when I had the chance to play. I think it was 4-0, something like that. Yeah, it was brilliant. I had a very good reception, and of course it was everything new for me. When I first came, it was only 16 players for the Premier League. The Champions League was 18, so I had a bigger chance to be involved in the squad. It was a good game, and we won, and we got through to the group stage. That's what I remember, really. After a few months, I realized that I had to be patient, and I had to watch all these players and try to learn and develop as well. And that's what I did, you know. Slowly, when I had the chance, I tried to do well. Not all the times worked, but Rafa always put a lot of trust on me. He could see me every day in training, trying to get better, listening, and that's why I think I had a lot of opportunities as well. I think one of the good things on that game was that I didn't know much because I was new. You know, for me, it was kind of another game.
Away by Huppier, it's going to come out here towards Alan Stubbs. Came off Risa. Sissoko was there, oh my word! It's an own goal by Sami Huppier. And Gerrard is flying, and Gerrard is away from Hibbert, and Gerrard has gone down, and Liverpool have a penalty. And Liverpool with a massive chance to get back into the game. It don't count. Liverpool are level, and now it really is game on in the Merseyside derby.
They were playing with 10 players, we were playing with 11, was one each. And then in the last 50 minutes I changed Stevie and I put Lucas.
Told me to warm up, and I went to warm up, and then he called me, he said, you know, you come on now. Gave me a few tactical words, and I didn't know, I just knew when the referee showed that Stevie was coming off.
In interesting change. Lucas for Steven Gerrard, who looked shocked.
I'll be honest and admit at the time, I mean, you come off in any game as a Liverpool player, you're disappointed, especially for a young kid who's got a lot less experience from you.
Some people, they couldn't understand why, and I was saying that we have to play with the brain, not just with the heart.
I knew it was a tough change. Stevie, you know, is Stevie, and but at the end, you know, it worked.
Comes out to Pennant, and now Dirk out, and to win the derby! Oh, it's got to be a handball on the line. Philip Neville, didn't Lucas, and Liverpool are going to have a penalty in stoppage time to win the derby.
When I watch back, and I just think that you know, that moment was telling me that my life, my career in Liverpool, it would be hard. You know, if that goal would be in, maybe it would be a little bit easier. But you know, that's life.
Cal held his nerve to bring Liverpool level. Now, can he win the derby for Liverpool? He can! Just about beating Tim Howard. The badge is shown to the fans. Liverpool have won the derby thanks to 2 penalties against 9 men Everton.
Celebration we had after the game with the fans, you know, I started to understand a little bit more the derby. After the game, you know, Stevie came and gave me a nice hug, I remember.
Credit to him, away from home in a Merseyside derby, it was fantastic. Should have got the winner, really.
Well, it is the Cauldron of Anfield. It was an unusual name to Rafael Benitez, but Liverpool are playing Havant and Waterlooville.
I remember that week I scored a few goals in training. I think we were losing the game.
Here is the delivery by Harkin. Decent ball! Goal! Havant and Waterlooville have scored at Anfield.
Goal is always important, and for me on that moment it was really important.
I think everyone's in shock at the moment. Chance perhaps for Lucas to shoot here. Oh, it's a wonderful goal. It's a first Liverpool goal for the Brazilian. And it is a quite marvellous effort as well. The boy from Gremio is the boy who receives the applause at Anfield.
It was a nice time to come, the first Brazilian to score for Liverpool. I remember at the end we won quite easily the game, but it was a nice goal and a nice memory. When I came, you know, it was Stevie, Mascherano, Alonso, Sissoko. It was kind of almost impossible for me on that moment to get in the team.
The competition for places was really big, and that's part of playing for Liverpool. For a young kid who's learning and developing, of course, I'm sure he's seen it as a huge challenge trying to shift established internationals.
My first year was really hard here, you know, a change of city, language. I played, but not as much as I would like to. But also when I played, I didn't really feel too good. Rafa used to do a lot of rotation.
You want to be on the team sheet, you want to be in the 11 every single game, and I can understand his frustrations. You know, maybe there's been times where he's felt he's done well and been sacrificed for someone with a bigger name, maybe mere times.
It wasn't the season that I would like to have, you know, for my first year. So my future was a little bit in doubt. I wasn't sure that I would be able to succeed. The second season, I already started, I would say, under the pressure.
It's a cold winter's day on Merseyside, but Liverpool must turn up the heat on Chelsea.
The Fulham game, it was probably the game I remember for my second season, where I thought, for me, that's it. I always knew the Liverpool fans were very good with the players, and of course that game, it gave me the other side. I would say not everyone, but you know, I would say a bad taste.
Johnson's robbed Lucas. That's a foul by the Brazilian.
I was still 21, you know. It was a really hard moment for me. I wasn't ready still. For sure, I thought, the next transfer window, I'll probably have to find a solution because that's becoming very difficult for me.
It's a great result for Fulham. You can't win every week, but it will be frustrating for the Reds tonight.
It was a hard week for me, especially after the game. I didn't want to go out, didn't want to go anywhere because I thought, people would, make jokes. Something just, it's hard to say, but I felt that something was always against me to succeed for Liverpool. The Wigan game, I think, was the last 10 minutes of the match. It was a counter-attack. I sprint, tried to help and end up making the penalty, and we drew the game.
Oh, they've got a man over here. It's Michael Brown. Kumas on the outside. A penalty. Kumas has gone down. The challenge was from Lucas. If Liverpool ever needed some heroics from the goalkeeper, it's now.
I felt bad, of course, but I felt as well the other side that I played a really good game.
It's another foul. And I think this one's been coming as well, Lucas's book.
A few days later, we had the FA Cup. I got sent off, and then we went to extra time. And then I was like, yes, come on, we're gonna win on penalties here. And then the last minute, Everton scored and we were out.
Everton men queuing up. Dan Gosling could make a real name for himself. He has. It is the teenager who is Everton's hero to end Liverpool's dreams.
And then I thought, there's nothing I do here, it's working. And then it comes back, you go and you read, and people saying so many bad things about you that they don't want to see you ever again, and I should be gone the next day, and they would drive me to the airport, things like this.
When I left Brazil, everyone said to me, listen, if something goes wrong, you have us here, family, friends, you have people here that loves you, loves Lucas, so you can come back any point, anytime.
The first year and probably the second were probably the most difficult ones, but the opportunity was so big for me and that we had to be patient.